Canyon, Sundance Trail, February 2nd, 2026. So this is the entrance to Dark Canyon on the Sundance Trail. The route comes down this scree slope, which is very steep. Find your own route or multiple routes, and then out to the valley. This is my exit from Dark Canyon up this little side canyon. Earlier today, I crossed over and went out these lower benches for about 2.5 hours before I realized I needed to be on the upper bench, so that's where I'm headed. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Hopefully I'll find camping up there. Been a fantastic day otherwise. the shadow across this. Yesterday's trail is to come up from Dark Canyon onto this little notch right here, up through these cliff bands to traverse to just underneath this sort of upper wall and in to head off the canyon. That's where I camped. And now I'm headed back on the other side up to a point around the corner and out to Cataract Canyon in a couple hours. That's the entrance to Dark Canyon down there on the left. Up on this plateau above the Colorado, Cataract Canyon. This is my first glimpse of the crux of this hike, which is to negotiate one of these bands across this cliff face. I think it's up around, where am I? Up around here somewhere. We'll find out. think next time I would take the lower route. This one right across here looks fine. Just that little spot right there. It's a lot better than all this. Not that I know what I'm doing. Could have just walked it. This was my camp last night. Finally found what I believed to be the route just as it was getting dark. I was getting tired, stumbling a lot. So I just slept here under the alcove. Missed my water. I got about 2.5 hours to go. I have half a liter. Hopefully the springs are running. But I got to wake up to this beautiful view, Cataract Canyon, here in this wild and beautiful place. Campsite way down there. The route basically zigzags through these shelves up until this corner where there's these trees, very sappy trees, lots of sap running down the rocks. It's beautiful. And up through here and out, hopefully. Wouldn't mind being in that sun. More so, wouldn't mind being closer to the water. I think that's water down there. Just gotta work my way down this. Just worked my way down that into Midway Canyon. Exit is somewhere over here. Water. Everything's gonna be all right. I believe this is the exit for Midway Canyon. I've been wrong before. That was the entrance back over here. Cobra. I see a light somewhere in the middle of the frame that I think is the Sundance parking lot, a couple canyons over. I hope that's not my car. First look into Bodie Canyon. I can hear the water running. Now I just gotta figure out how to get to it. I think the route goes off this point. And then I'll be traversing down the south leg of this canyon on the short route. Okay, changed my mind. I think this is the entrance to Bodie Canyon. Coming up through on this intermediate ledge here to where I am. And you go to the right of that fin in that little sort of bowl section to the bottom. I'm hoping it's the other side, a little ledgy. So, I believe this is the Bodie Canyon South Fork exit. It's up here. Been wrong before. last look at South Fork Bodie Canyon. Ruins to the left. Just worked my way up this right hand side wall. It was not pretty. And now I'm off through the plateau to find Sweet Alice Road. Okay, the trip thus far: parked Sundance Trailhead, went down the Sundance Trail, up a little bit to Lean-To Canyon, camped there. Day 2, went down Dark Canyon and tried to head this smaller canyon, but ended up on this lower, below the mesa, and ended up coming about halfway out to Cataract before realizing my error, and then backtracking and then getting up and finally heading the canyon and getting onto this upper mesa. I camped there. Day 3 was basically rim walking this bench down to the Colorado Cataract Canyon, and then out through this little tight spot to the southern side of Midway Canyon, and then exiting Midway Canyon, coming across the top, and coming out to, I believe it is this area right here, where I was able to descend, go in, get some water, and come out the other side. And then basically just walking across the mesa up to this drill hole, down Sweet Alice Road, and then out up into this peninsula, and then finally, well, I camped somewhere right here. So that would be my third day. Ended up dropping into Bodie Canyon on this little hook right here. Beautiful, some ruins under there. Walking South Fork of Bodie Canyon down and climbing out onto this little section here, and following this plateau, and then getting back up and finally finding Sweet Alice Road again. And now I'm standing at this airstrip, which is this airstrip right here, pointed down towards the Henrys. I can see an airplane has landed here recently since the last storm. There's 3 wheel tracks. The center wheel track has tread. The outer ones are like balloon tires. That looks like airplane track to me. Only seen one other set of footprints since the last storm, since Dark Canyon, since I left the floor of Dark Canyon. Now I am over here looking to drop into Lean-To Canyon, descend Lean-To Canyon, hopefully camp down here with some water, and then climb out the Sundance Trail in the morning. A little bit of water down there. Trying to find my way into Lean-To Canyon. I think that might go at the point, but I'm gonna just try to go this side. Been wrong before. Alright, starting to have to choose a side. I could see this going over to there, but if I just am able to catch that ridge up to that point, that looks like it could also go. So I'll try this one first. Been wrong before. Boy, trying to fight my way into here. Still think that ridge, but I'll go all the way back there and try to head off. That looks like it most likely be a big drop. There's definitely routes on the other side, but can't really see. That's probably the most likely. Oh, not obvious. Wish I were seeing more game trail. If this route's so obvious, how come it's not more popular? Probably goes. So I came across on the second ridge down where this horizon gets buried and the other horizon, came across, then around the corner and back again to get to the top of that prominent feature right there, and then essentially just working down the ledge. See that it directly across from me there's a chute that would get me to about the same place, and then when it'll have totally different options. So looks good over there. And this I might just double back around the side, get down to the canyon floor because I'm almost there. Sight. First water, 2 p.m. No water. Perhaps down there. Can't tell if this goes. I can get down to this. Both sides of that look dicey. And then that probably does, but I'm not sure if I go over the hump if I'll be able to get back to canyon floor. We'll find out. Been wrong before. Probably would have had it. Cool. The route down. Up canyon. Nice red seep, hanging garden. There's the exit, scree slope up the Sundance.